Friends, hello, let's talk about Palantir. So everyone knows at this point, Palantir came out with earnings this past week. They were great. We knew they were going to be great. This wasn't jaw-dropping news. This was already known ahead of time. And that's been the thing here with Palantir. We kind of know what's coming, and we still know what's coming into the new year. So next big steps here for Palantir more than likely will be joining the S&P 500. We don't have a clear date right now, but we're hearing somewhere probably in January, possibly December, but I highly doubt it. It'd be more like January, maybe even February. We'll just push it back there. But with that, obviously that's going to bring another push in Palantir here. Now, with what's going on here, obviously you're reading the thumbnail and you're cussing me out, whatever you're doing, who knows. But this is where a lot of people are on the fence right now. So here's where I'm at with Palantir. I sold out of everything with Palantir. I was sitting in at like a 13. I can't remember this point, but I had massive gains here last week when Palantir hit right under $19. Even starting off Monday, it touched 19 again, playing around that high 19. Well, mid 19. We'll say. Let's not get too crazy here. With that, I sold out because here's what I think is going to happen. I think Palantir more than likely is going to drop back down into at least a $16 to $15 range. 15. I think personally it's going to 15, maybe a mid 15. I think 16 is guaranteed. Now, hopefully I'm terribly wrong about all this, but I think this is probably what's going to happen. Why do I think this? Because this is kind of the trend of what's been going on here with Palantir. Now, this is not saying anything bad about Palantir. I'm not talking garbage about it at all whatsoever. I'm in Palantir for the long run, but at this point right now, when we're watching, this is like a secret get-rich Ponzi scheme almost right now, what we're watching with Palantir. I mean, it really is. Because here's what we know. We know Palantir is going to continue to have great quarterlies. We know that Palantir is going to continue to bring in new deals that we don't even know about. They're just going to pop up one day. We know that Palantir will be joining the S&P 500. Now, with me saying these things here, these are all events that are going to drive up the price of Palantir. So when you're able to make profit, which I know a lot of us are, we're taking profit and then we're jumping back in. I've already done this two or three times with Palantir. But what do I keep doing? I just keep piling that money right back into Palantir. Now, this is something you have to do on your own and really think about where you want to be with it. Obviously, I'm not telling anybody to be a day trader, short-term trader. That is completely up to you. This is just what I'm doing here. But this is what I am seeing too with a lot of people doing, because we've caught on here at this point. We're catching on that, like, no matter if Palantir goes back to a 15, 14, like I'm saying here, we know Palantir is going to move right back up. We're going to have a few bad days here and there with Palantir. But on those bad days, that's where people are going to start, piling up more Palantir and waiting for those really good days. So even with the next quarterly that will be coming out here with Palantir a few months from now, we know that it's going to be another good quarterly. It's in the bag. We know this because Palantir has just been securing new deals every 60 days at this point. I mean, that's the realization of what's going on right now. Now, I do believe once we get into the S&P 500, the next quarterlies, I think what we are seeing right now is that Palantir, more sooner than we think, probably within the next few months, will be in the 20s, and we will be out of the teens, and the 18, the 19 will be the new low. But I still think we are in a little bit of a situation right now where we're going to have some damage in the market here soon. We've got November. I think November is going to do us okay. December, we usually know that December, the last 2 to 3 weeks are going to be a washout. A lot of people are going to be selling out of their stock. They're going to be taking profit. They're going to be taking losses to put on their taxes. Either way, there's usually a lot of sell-off in December. So with that too, we don't know where the market's going either. It is a day-to-day situation with what's going on with the global market, let alone our market here in the United States, to where we can trust it. So I do believe that we are just, if anybody's telling you they know what the market's going to do, I think that's a dangerous place to be right now. I think it's a dangerous place to be because it could change real fast, a snap of a finger. So friends, this is just what I'm doing. I'm not going to go over news with Palantir because the news with Palantir is that Palantir is doing amazing. It's just doing amazing. It's blown expectations. Even the haters of it have really died down. You really don't see a lot of people anymore speaking bad about it because it's proven itself time and time again in here. I mean, really, what more do people want from it? I hope everybody understood. Just because I sold out of Palantir at this very moment, I'm gonna jump right back in, and I honestly will probably jump back in at like a 15 somewhere in there. Even if it's like a 15.50, I would probably be fine with that because I would still be up from how much I've gained already. I wish all of you the best of luck. I am curious to see what Palantir can hold here. But if we do look at the trend of what's happened here, it's held these past 3 days. We could be venturing into a 17 here, or we could have another push up here into a high 18. Who knows, maybe 19 again, maybe. But we're still not even touching numbers of what we saw with the last quarterly, so that's kind of interesting too. Not as strong there. I think 15, 16s are coming back. I think that's a safe place to bet. Now this could take a week or so, maybe even longer, but I think it's pretty safe to say we're probably going to see that. So if it does, don't be worried. Palantir will be back up into the $17, $18 range soon. It's just going to be every time it goes down, people are going to buy back in. It's going to go up, buy back in. This is how things happen. Friends, I wish all of you the best of luck, and I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.